Us women are going to be the ones to save us. This is an article I want to read you. All women of sound mind will want to stay and listen, and please consider sharing. It will further get you prepared for why we need to continue to collaborate. And this credit goes to a writer for Closer to the Edge. Look them up. Here goes. We could talk about the convictions, the 34 felonies, the $450 million in penalties, the attempted coup, the lies, the grift, the cult. But none of it cuts deeper than what so many refused to see from the beginning: the women. E. Jean Carroll told the world that Trump raped her in a department store dressing room. A jury believed her. They didn't call it he said, she said. They called it essay. Then, in a second trial, they added $83 million in defamation damages because, even after the verdict, Trump kept lying about her. Jessica Leeds, Rachel Crooks, Natasha Stoynoff, Kristen Anderson, Jill Harth, Summer Zervos, Kathy Heller, Amy Doris, Lisa Boyne, Temple Taggart, Karina Virginia, Mindy McGilvray, Cassandra Searles, Tasha Dixon, and dozens more, each one accused DJ Trump of sexual misconduct, groping, assault, or rape. Some were contestants. Some were reporters. Some were guests at Mar-a-Lago. Their stories weren't whispers. They were shouted, sworn, testified, published, and mocked. And America shrugged. Trump didn't deny the behavior. He bragged about it. When you're a star, they let you do it. That was the warning, not the punchline. And we laughed anyway. He walked in on undressed teenage pageant contestants. He kissed women without consent. He openly joked about dating his own daughter. He used hush money to silence a porn star, and then became the first American president convicted of felonies for covering it up. He called Stormy Daniels horseface, sued her for speaking out, and lost in court. But we kept looking away. When Ivana Trump's rape allegations surfaced in court documents and her statement was later softened under legal pressure, we didn't call it what it was. We called it business. We dismissed women as gold diggers, liars, political pawns. We told them to come forward and then destroyed them when they did. 26 women, 2 juries, 1 predator who still holds rallies and sells Bibles. This country once tried to remove a president for lying about sex. Remember that? This one brags about grabbing women by the pee, calls women disgusting, and jokes about their weight. He mocked Christine Blasey Ford. He humiliated Megyn Kelly. He said women who get abortions should be punished. He made misogyny part of his brand. It wasn't just locker room talk. It was a declaration of war. And the truth is, he knew he could get away with it. He said so out loud into a microphone because he knew America wouldn't care or wouldn't care enough. We've built an entire justice system to ignore women like E. Jean Carroll. It took her decades to be heard, and when she finally was, Trump still called her a whack job, and his base still laughed. This isn't just about Trump. It's about what we tolerate. It's about what we're still willing to excuse, as long as the stock market stays high or the libs stay mad. If this man or your neighbor, your teacher, your boss, or your pastor, he'd be gone. But in America, if you're powerful enough, we'll ignore everything, even grape, if you say what we want to hear. We don't need more time. We don't need more evidence. We need a spine, because every woman who came forward paid a price. And the man who assaulted them, he's serving a second term as president of the United States. Oh yeah, the Epstein connection. And then there's Jeffrey Epstein, the serial predator, the socialite, the fixer who took 1,000 secrets to the grave and left behind just enough filth to stain everyone who got too close. Trump knew him. That's not speculation, it's a fact. He's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do. and many of them are on the younger side. Donald Trump, New York Magazine, 2002. They partied together, were photographed together, laughed together. One video shows them ogling cheerleaders at Mar-a-Lago in the 90s. One woman, Virginia Guffrey, said she was recruited by Ghislaine Maxwell at Mar-a-Lago, where she was working as a teenager. She says Epstein trafficked her. She says she was forced to have sex with powerful men. She did not name Trump as one of them, but multiple lawsuits have. In 2016, a woman named Katie Johnson filed a federal lawsuit in New York alleging that Trump raped her when she was 13 years old at an Epstein-hosted party. She later dropped the suit, citing death threats. That's not confirmation, but it's not fiction either. It was filed in court, and it was ignored. Trump's defenders point out that he later banned Epstein from Mar-a-Lago. That's true, after Epstein reportedly assaulted a young girl there. But banning him after the damage is done isn't heroism. It's damage control. Trump isn't the only one whose name has been connected to Epstein, not by a long shot. There are flight logs, contact books, visitor logs, sealed court records, and yes, many of them remain sealed because the justice system doesn't want us to know who else might crack under sunlight. That list of names, some powerful, some still anonymous, wasn't sealed for privacy. It was sealed for protection, not of victims, of reputations, of dynasty, of power. Every time someone says, but what about Clinton? They're right. And that's the problem. Epstein didn't cater to one party. He catered to anyone with enough money and ego to believe they were untouchable. He was the concierge of elite perversion, and Trump was on the guest list. We knew. We don't know every detail of what happened in those mansions, islands, and jets, but we know enough to ask why Donald Trump, already a man accused of sexual misconduct or assault by more than 24 women, is still treated like a punchline instead of a cautionary tale. Why does this man, who joked about walking in on teens, who said, you have to treat women like shiz, who praised Epstein after his conviction, still command respect from anybody? Because the truth isn't that we didn't believe the women. It's that we did. And we didn't care. That's the sickness. That's the rot. This country didn't need more proof. We had their names, their stories, their pain, their courage. But for every brave woman who spoke out, there was a louder chorus of enablers saying, shut up. That she was too late, too angry, too young, too old, too quiet, too messy, too threatening, too inconvenient for the man they wanted to believe in. If you want to know why survivors don't come forward, look at what happened to the ones who did and do. And now we're staring down the same barrel again. Same man, same rage, same playbook, except now he's not just grabbing headlines, he's grabbing power again. And the ones who once squirmed at the Access Hollywood tape are now proudly marching behind him, Bible in hand, pretending none of it ever happened. This isn't just about old news. It's about what we're willing to normalize, what we reward, what we justify in the name of fear or party or nostalgia for a past that never existed. Donald Trump is not an anomaly. He is what happens when a nation refuses to listen. He is what happens when we look away. And the cost isn't just political, it's personal. For every woman watching this unfold, it's another message that her story doesn't matter, that pain is politics, that power will always win, that unless there's a camera rolling, a jury seated, and a billionaire on the stand, no one will believe her. But we do. We always did. And if we have any conscience left, if we still believe in justice that doesn't wear a red hat, then we have to stop asking, what will it take to stop him? And start asking, what the hell took us so long? We already know who he is. The only question now is, who are we? Thank you to the writer who placed those resonating words on paper. I wish that men who are designed to be our protectors would show up more. I wish I could trust that they would have our backs, but they don't. So, ladies, we have to accept the fact that no one is going to save us. We must collaborate in all the brilliant ways we know how to stand up for ourselves and for our children. Contact me if you're already in the works to be a force. I'm with you. Please send this to all women who support each other in protection and safety. I love you, and I'm sending strength.